just touched the rope. Anyway, back live, and we see a wicket. Matthew Cross is chopped on. He's gone deep in his crease, and I'm not so sure whether that's a good option. You've got to get forward on this wicket, particularly early. And he's just gone back. His feet have gone nowhere, and he's heard the death rattle behind him. Cross playing away from his body. He initially pressed forward, but he's gone onto the back foot. And Kashif Dowd it is that strikes. Look at this. Yeah, no foot movement at all. And that's not a shot that Cross is going to want to see again. Easily could have evaded the leg stump and run away for 4. Instead it's just clipped the outside of it. Only the one bail coming off. This will be a good angle here. Look at his feet. Gone almost nowhere. It's come right off the under edge of the bat, and frustration for Cross. The bail scampers forward along her playing surface, and a look to the heaven. Bowled him! And Kyle Coates on what is a historic day for the Scottish captain. We were just about to talk about why, as Peter Della Penna comes and joins me in the commentary box, today is the day that he is standing down after what Cricket Scotland have described as a legendary tenure as captain. Couldn't agree with that anymore. His final day as captain, it's not going to be a joyful one individually with the bat, because he's being cleaned up for 10. And Peter Della Penna, you've joined me right on cue. We've heard the breaking news this morning. Kyle Coates, they don't come any finer or more impressive as leaders anywhere in the world of cricket, but he's being dismissed on a day that will be an emotional one for him.
Sharp captaincy by Ahmed Reza, bringing the keeper up to the stumps, and this forces the wicket. He was using his feet earlier to step down, batting out of his crease. They bring Vritya Aravind up to the stumps, pins him to the crease, gets stuck on the crease, trying to prod forward, and just a little bit of movement clips the top of off stump. So one match after, to the catcher running up the first baseline.
Thuds into the pad. This looks very, very straight and given. I think that's a pretty good decision. Callum McLeod not happy with it. He kicks the turf in frustration, but this looked full and straight and cannoning into middle, maybe middle and leg. Just one of those ones on first viewing that had all of the aspects of it looking right, and I'm not sure what McLeod is so disappointed with. Maybe because he played across the line. And UAE are on fire this morning. They haven't quite found 3 wickets in the power play, but just 1 over outside of it. Off the final delivery of the 11th, they found their 3rd.
Well, you can argue that at least one of the pair that should have been run out. Now it's not going to cost UAE. So McLeod, as he said, it was full, and he just tried to whip this through mid-wicket. Try and get a look at the replay.
Samir Bandekar took his time, but the finger went up. Certainly my initial instinct was that this was out. Peter, your thoughts?
Well, it's not missing leg and it's not missing off, Lenny. It's going straight into middle stump. I just think Cal McLeod may have lost sense of where his stumps were. The only thing he might complain about is height, but we've seen a lack of carry consistently on this pitch at times. If anything, the ball's going to keep low. It's not going to get extra bounce going over the stumps. In the bag for the moment.
I think he's been analysing the conditions, as this one's hit aerially. This could be a chance, and it's taken. Richie Berrington, a beautiful catch in the deep from Karthik Mayappan. He takes a bow, he acknowledges the crowd, and Berrington, who was surely looking to go squarer than that, got it 2 straight, and Mayappan was alive to the task. He takes a very good catch indeed. That's a huge moment in the game. Berrington's gone for 15. UAE, they are now all over Scotland.
Well, he had a bit of a blunder earlier when George Munsey was yet to get off the mark in the 13th over, cheating in from the ring at mid-on. This time, all the way back on the rope, at long off for Barrington does not make a misjudgment. In fact, judges this very well, as the wind is blowing in from this direction. So Barrington, all week long, you hit to the parallel end of the ground, and you're hitting with the wind. The wind has changed directions today, so Barrington trying to go over the top, hitting through the wind, and just unable to get enough muscle behind the ball. And Kartik Mayappan, the youngster, reading it very well. Here we go again. He got the width, and Barrington, I think he was trying to go a bit straighter. Instead, it just hangs up in the wind, and Mayappan tracks it, and with a Texas howdy bow.
The top of the cap, yeah. Doesn't Ahmed Raza done it? Love it. On his home soil in the most recent Cricket World Cup League 2 series there. 4 for 19 against PNG, followed up by 4 for 15 against Nepal. This one's hit into the sky. He could be finding another wicket, and it's going to be yet another batter dismissed to a cross-batted shot. Would you believe it? Drifting on with the arm. He's not a big turner of the ball. And this one could even have been the arm ball. And Budge has just given it away. He got to 14, but that's going to be that. And maybe 5 to 10 minutes away from the drinks break. Scotland, they've lost half their batters. Always the whole time, so you get a lot of catches in the deep. They don't necessarily need to here, like Leask has done. Another shot from across the line. Another one falling. And would you believe it? None of these batters are learning, I'm afraid, Aman. And right now, Scotland are a rabble. 116 for 7.
Not learning indeed. We were just talking about it. The cross-bat shot not been profitable here at Musa Stadium. And Kartik, he gets himself his first wicket here at the Musa Stadium. And again, the cross-bat shot from Leask is going to cost Scotland. Just maybe should have just played through it a little bit, calm down with the straighter bat. He's looking to score through that region. It was vacant in the deep, but just never enough to get over that one, and he's got to find his way back into the dugout.
Here's the replay, and what a brilliant piece of captaincy. Ahmed Raza, we said it as soon as he brought his young leg spinner on, and it's worked. Another mix-up, direct hit is going to be gone. Surely the finger goes up, and Safian Sharif has maybe sold his partner down the river. Another run out, and this time it comes from a direct hit. What exactly have Scotland been up to today? The second run out, there probably should have been 3. And Greaves, I was just about to talk up his batting quality, having made that brilliant 45 against Bangladesh in the T20 World Cup. He's gone for 10, and UAE, they're within touching distance of bowling this Scottish side out well inside the 50 over allocation.
I never thought there was a run to be had here. I don't know where Greaves was going. And as we take a look at the replay, just defends it straight down there. Greaves takes off initially, and it seems like Sharif took 2 steps down and then sent his partner back. Lovely throw there from the UAE. Direct hit and well short of his ground, but I don't think there was really ever a run on offer. Felt maybe 2 steps in front of the fielder, but I think there was that bit of miscommunication from Greaves and Sharif.
Get to that 175 mark, maybe they can pull off a heist. This is heaved into the leg side. It's going to be taken, and although he loses his cap, Kashif Dowd, he takes a simple catch. Ollie Davidson, even his first ever appearance in Scottish senior colours ends with a fighting innings of 14. He combined pretty well with Safian Sharif, but he's fallen to one of the other teenagers, Kartik Mayappan.
A leg spinner. Another top edge wicket. We saw this happen earlier. Had it square leg with Michael Leask, and very similar fashion, another top edge. Just swirls up to Kashif Daoud. A short fine leg, as we have a look at the replay, goes for the sweep, and just a little bit of extra bounce. It's been tough to control those shots, and Daoud on the ring. Easy catch.
Final delivery of the innings won't be a free hit, but Sharif will move to that top scorer mark. He gets to 30. Can he get to 31? I suspect he's probably going to be run out. In fact, it'll be by a direct hit. Brilliant work from Mohammad Wasim out at long on. So Sharif will get to 30 and out. They may as well have run back for the second, but the long on fielder was wise to it, and so good was his throw from the deep from 55, 60 yards away. He's managed to throw down the stumps and catch Sharif miles short of his ground. Scotland bowled out from exactly their 50 overs with a total of 171.
Well, I said if they could get a run of ball in the last 2 overs, Lenny, they've done better than that here in the final 6. Getting 11 off the last over, bowled by Akif Raja, and you never know.
Well, I think we both would have felt that that was massively under par. We spoke about 250 or something in that vicinity. But a great effort, fighting effort with the ball, initially from the seam attack of Kashif Daoud, who bowled 7 overs straight through and wasn't used again. Akif Raja, who closed things out fairly gamefully with his efforts of none for 40. So we're Fareed, 1 for 15 for him, but then it was really all about the spinners sharing 4 wickets between them and collectively going at less than 3 runs in an over. And Ahmed Raza doesn't want to take his team off the pitch. He wants to talk to them and say, if we do not capitalise on this bowling effort and win this game, I can almost see his words there saying, play straight, Peter. He's saying, play straight and we win this game.
I think he's saying, don't play too early. You gotta keep your hands back, is what it looks like to me.
Down the ground, and that's going to be the first wicket. Chirag Suri almost just overthinking things and allowing his low strike rate to get the better of him. They're going at nearly a run of ball, and he's come down the track and just chipped it up for the simplest of catches for Callum MacLeod to be held at mid-on, and that is a giveaway wicket to Safian Sharif.
Callum MacLeod usually stands at slip in the power play overs because he's got excellent hands, and he showcases them here at mid-on, taking the catch. You could see what Chirag Suri was trying to do because the wind has been blowing down the ground south in this direction today. So he has the wind at his back, batting from the Pearland end, hitting towards the Massey Ranch end. It's the first day that's happened this week. The first 4 days it's blowing south to north. Today blowing north to south. And Surrey was just trying to get it up into the wind to help it clear MacLeod, but he just didn't get the elevation. Just shoveled it a bit too low off the bat, and it fluttered quite easily to MacLeod. Try and get a look at a replay.
20 for none. After 20 deliveries, you need 3 and over to win. What are you thinking here, Chirag Suri?
He might have been hearing you talk about him on the first match innings, Lenny. But this shot is definitely not going to get you to change your mind. MacLeod 5 yards in from the ring. So not only was he trying to go with the wind, but MacLeod cheating in 5 yards. We saw a shot earlier, clear Kartik Mayappan on the ring, and Surrey sees MacLeod well inside the ring, and he's not able to clear him. Just a small bunny hop.
Big celebration from Safian Sharif. That's the big shot out towards the man that they just placed there, and it's been held onto. Would you believe it? Mohammad Wasim has given it away. It's a very good catch from Callum MacLeod. That wasn't easy, looking up towards the sun. He didn't have his sunglasses on either. But Mohammad Wasim, what have you done? And Kyle Coates on his final appearance as the Scottish captain. It's not exactly a notorious list. This one's in the sky. Is this going to be the moment? Kyle Coates! You're no longer in second place on the list. And doesn't he love it? What a moment for the man who's the outgoing Scottish captain. He will never forget this day, whether his side wins or loses. He's only had 1 ODI wicket up to now. And of course, it had to be the man, half his age. Faridya Aravind, he dismisses. Kyle Coates, get those names. Get that name up in lights. You've taken a second ODI wicket on a day you'll never forget.
Oh, he doesn't have to hear you talk about the second worst bowling average in ODI history anymore, Lenny. He shut lock you up.
Hasn't he just? He looked at Craiginfo last night. He did the right thing. He said, this is going to be my last chance to bring myself on as captain. And he looks at all of his other bowlers. 8 of them he's already turned to. And he says, there you are, lads. That's how you do it on this wicket. Bowl stump to stump and force the batter into a mistake. It's exactly what Aravind did. And thank God the catch was held onto.
I doubt his 2 young daughters will be still awake at 11:20 in Newcastle, but
I think I just woke them up. I got that excited.
if his wife Sarah's watching, she might have let out a yelp of delight that might have woken up the 2 girls.
Oh, what a moment. What a moment to have been present for, and what a moment for Kyle Coates here. That's exactly what he deserves. Brilliant way to crown out his captaincy career. He may well come out on the wrong side of the result today, but he's tempted for the Aravind to come down the track, stump to stump, lost his shape completely, looking to hit straight, and the catcher, there he was. I think it's a subfielder, Gavin Main, who's on in place of George Munsey, takes a good catch to his left.
How would you have liked to have been Gavin Main in that?
Full, straight, and given. This one might have looked to touch leg side at first, but Seoul has struck, and Scotland are trying to say there's still life in this clash. It was full, it was straight, but was it angling down the leg side?
We'll have a look at the replay, Lenny. Again, we're at mid-on from where the batter is hitting to, so we're slightly askew. But it was definitely full enough. As you said, the only question really was it in line? Was it going to hit the stumps?
Sharp Yorker, angling in. It'll be difficult for us to tell from that angle, but
I think it's out in my book, Lenny. You know, you got the hat of BJ and Malella in the way there. It's slightly obscuring the angle, but you can't.
Thuds into the pad, full, straight and given. That was absolutely stone dead. I'm not sure what Basil Hamid is looking at. They don't come any plumber than that. And Hamid is gone. A final twist in the tail.
Well, Lenny, you said it. It just gets stranger and stranger. It's before midnight somewhere, Lenny. Even if it goes past 12 in another 13 minutes in Edinburgh, there's still time for it to be extended by an hour in another time zone, maybe in Iceland somewhere, in Reykjavik. But this is just an extraordinary sequence of events. What is going on here, Lenny?
Well, it's a game that is twisted and turned, fitting of a good low-scoring test match. This was full, straight, little bit of inward movement. On first view for me, Peter, I think this is plumb. Your thoughts?
There was a shout earlier with Chris Soule that might have been a touch high, but this one right on the knee roll, and he's not hopping on his toes this time. Did jack back in, hit in front of middle. 50-50 whether it was going to take out leg stump, but Vijay Malella sides in favor of Safian Sharif. You can see from the side angle here, he's pinned down the crease, hit right on the knee roll. It's not going to go over. It was just a matter of whether it was clipping leg stump. Vijay Malella says yes. Basil Hamid says no.